Hey everyone and welcome to the club. Today I'm going to be showing you how to draw Ronin from the Avengers Endgame. Let's get started in the center of our page with the eyes. So I'm going to move over to the left side. We're going to draw a curve. Starting from the outside of the eye, curve across, and then down on the inside. Let's leave a gap in the center and do the same thing over on the right. So we're going to line up the inside of the eyelid, curve up, and then out. Now back on the inside, I just want to curl this up. So on the left side, we're going to go in and then curve up. Let's thicken up the eyebrow. Starting from the end, I'm going to draw a short angled line, going up and then in. And I'm going to follow the same curve of the eyelid coming in towards the brow. Let's do the same thing over on the right. Start with that angled line, going up and in. Now I'm going to go to the inside and draw on the top of the eyebrow. Now let's tuck the eyes in underneath the eyebrow. Starting on the left, we're going to step in and draw a small half circle, coming around towards the bottom, and then back up. Let's do the same thing over on the right side. Now over on the left side, we're going to draw a circle for a highlight. So let's start on the left side. Start with the circle. And we're going to line this up over on the right side. Now in the center of the eye, we're going to draw a small circle for the pupil. So this is going to get tucked in underneath this highlight. So start at the bottom, curve around, and then in. Do the same thing on the right side. Let's go ahead and fill the pupils in black. Now let's draw the inside edge of the mask. We're going to start on the left side of the eyebrow. Start with a curve going up over the eyebrow. Now we're just going to pull that down in the middle. Curving down. I'm going to round this out. Go up on the right side over the eyebrow. Now I'm just going to pull this down along the side. Coming out and then down. Now let's draw on the lower part of the mask. Back on the left side. I'm going to curve down underneath the eye. I'm going to come up towards the middle. We're going to round up the center, curving up and then down, come down underneath the eye on the right, and go up towards the top. Now let's draw on the lower part of the head. Starting from the top corner of the mask, we're going to curve this out, round out the bottom of the chin in the center. I'm going to bring this back up on the right side. Go out, and in. Let's add that detail in the mask. Starting on the left side of the head, curve down, and then in just underneath the eye. We line this up on the right side, curve out, and then up. Now from the inside, I'm going to draw two short curves coming down and then in just up above the chin. Do the same thing on the right. Now let's connect these 2 points with that same curve from left to right. Let's trace this out on the outside. Starting on the left, we're going to step down, curve down and in, and curve down and in towards the bottom of the chin. Let's do the same thing over on the right. We're going to start from the bottom, curve up, and then out. Now let's draw on the bottom edge of the hood. Starting from this line underneath the chin, we're going to curve this out and then up. Let's do the same thing over on the right. Starting from this line, we're going to curve down and up towards the right. Now we just want to draw the inside edge of the hood. So from this point, I'm going to step in, we're going to curve up and in over that line in the center and then back down on the right. So let's start down here, we're going to go up, bend that over the edge of the head, curve up in the middle. I'm going to bring this back down on the right side. Curving across, just touching the edge of the face, come down, and then in. Let's fill the side areas in black. Now we're going to draw the outside trim around the head. We're going to start on the left side. We're going to follow that same curve going back down towards the right. So try to leave an even space gap all the way around. Now let's draw on the top of the head. In line with the eye on the left, we're going to step out towards the edge of the hood. We're going to draw a half circle. Go up, round out the top of the head. I'm just going to bring this back down on the right side in line with the eye on the right. We're going to add a trim on either side. Starting from the left side, we're going to curve down and in towards that line. Step out, draw that same curve coming down. Let's line this up on the right side. Curve down and in, step out, and draw that same curve. Now we're going to add a seam on the left and right side. Starting on the left side of the head at the very top, we draw a straight line coming down towards the inside edge of the hood. Let's line this up on the right side and do the same thing. Let's add a few holes along the bottom of the mask. Leaving a gap in the center. Over on the left, we draw one dot, step over, draw the second one. Let's do the same thing over on the right, lining this up. Now we're going to step down in the middle, draw one dot in the center. In between these 2 points, we're going to step down, draw one dot, and the same thing over on the right. Alright, so now that we finished off the head, let's draw on the body. Underneath the chin on the left side, we're going to curve out and down towards the left hip. We'll do the same thing over on the right. Now let's close off the bottom. Starting on the left, we'll curve down and then back up. Let's move up and draw on the top of the belt. We'll curve down and then back up. Let's add a large buckle in the middle. Leaving a gap in the center, we draw two lines. One on the left and one on the right. Now we're going to move to the side of the belt and draw one more line on either side. Let's add a strap going across the body. We're going to start from the top of the belt on the left. We're going to curve this out and up over towards the right side. Now let's go to the top and draw that same curve coming down towards the left. Let's add a buckle down here. Starting from the top of the strap, we're going to curve this out, round it out, and then pull that back in. Now we're going to add a backwards D on the inside. Starting up here, we're just going to draw a curve, connect the top and bottom with a straight line. Now we're going to step over, come down about halfway, and then we'll just angle this down towards the bottom of the strap. Let's add another buckle up at the top. We're going to draw two straight angled lines, one above the other. Now just underneath the chin in the center, I'm going to draw an angled line coming down towards the side of the body. Come down towards the left, go back to the center, we're going to angle down towards the right, in behind the strap. We'll continue along the bottom. And then from that same center point, we're going to draw a straight line coming down in behind the strap towards the top of the belt buckle. Let's add in the shoulder sleeves. From the end of this line, we're going to curve this up and then out. Go to the right side, we're going to curve this up and then out. Now we're going to go up with an angle in behind the head. Let's add a trim along the sleeve. Stepping up, we're going to follow that same curve coming in towards the body on both sides. And then we'll add a trim along the collar. Taking this line, we're going to step up, just come up underneath the head, do the same thing on the right side in behind the strap. Now we're going to continue working down with the legs. In the center, underneath the buckle, we're going to draw two angle lines, one down towards the left, and then one down towards the right. We're going to round this out and come up on either side. So on the left side, we're going to go out and then up. Let's go up with an angle in towards the hip with a straight line. Just want to add a trim along the bottom. We're going to take this curve, step up. I'm just going to duplicate that. Now in between these 2 points, right in the middle, we're going to draw a curve from left to right, going up and then down. Leaving a space in the center, we're going to move over towards the left, curve out and down towards the left heel, then out and down towards the right heel. Let's round out the bottom of the feet. From the heel, we're going to curve down and up towards the left toe. And we'll do the same thing over on the right. Now we're going to round out the top of the foot. On the left side, I'm going to draw a curve going up and then down, aiming towards the heel, but we're going to stop right about there. Let's do the same thing over on the right. Curving up, aiming towards the heel, and then stopping there. Now let's move up and draw on the side of the leg. Underneath the flap on the left side, I'm going to curve out and pull that in towards the top of the foot. Let's thicken up the sole. Taking this curve, we're just going to duplicate it right up above. Now let's add the trim along the boot cuff. At the top of the foot, we're going to step up, draw a short angle line coming down just above the foot. We're going to angle up and in towards the inside of the leg. Let's do the same thing on the right. Lining this up, come down at an angle on top of the foot, angle up and out. Now I'm going to trace this out just on top. Give an even space gap. Do the same thing over on the right side. Now I'll trace this out one more time. Coming down and in, and back to the inside of the leg. Now we're going to draw the knee pad. From this line, we're going to step up, angle up and in, come down at an angle, and it'll come straight down on top of this line. Let's do the same thing on the right. Starting on the side of the leg, we're going to go up with an angle, come down and in, and then come straight down. Now in between the top and bottom points, I'm going to draw two straight lines side by side, leaving a gap at the top and bottom. Now I'm just going to trace this out on the inside. Come down with an angle. At the bottom, we're going to come up and we'll close off the inside. Let's do the same thing over on the right. We're going to start with those two straight lines. On the inside, we're just going to trace this out. Coming down towards the inside. Now we're going to do the same thing with the outside. Come down with an angle, go up, close off the outside. Do the same thing on the right. Now let's move back up and draw on the arms. The arm on the left is going to be holding the sword. So from this point in the sleeve, we're going to step in, curve down, and then out towards the wrist. Now we're going to draw on the thumb. From here, we're going to curve up, down. Now I'm just going to curl this back up. Let's add in the palm. From the top of the thumb, we're going to curve down and then in. Now I just want to stack 3 fingers in behind this thumb. So we're going to start on the side of the thumb, we're going to draw a half oval, curving out, and then pulling that back in. Let's draw another finger. At the bottom of this finger, we're going to curve out, round out the finger, and pull that up underneath the thumb. We'll do that one more time. Now let's draw the bottom of the handle. We draw 2 straight lines coming down underneath the finger, close off the bottom with a straight line. Now let's draw on the top of the handle. We're going to extend these lines up above the first finger and above the thumb. Now I'm just going to overlap these 2 lines with a slightly longer line. Go up with a short line, and we'll close it off along the top. Now let's draw on the blade of the sword. From this top corner, we're going to step in, draw a straight line going up towards the tip of the blade. Now at the top, I just want to angle this down and out, and we'll come down the outside of the blade, down towards the hilt. Now going back towards the wrist, we're going to curve around the palm and then in behind the handle. So go in, round out the palm, and then go out in behind the handle. And at the bottom of the hand, curve this in and then up underneath the body. Let's add some curves along the sleeve. We're going to take the curve of the wrist, step in, I'm just going to trace that out. Draw another one. Stepping out, and again. And then we'll add one more curve about halfway along the arm. Starting from the outside, curve in, and then down. Now let's move over to the right side. In between the bottom of the sleeve and the bottom of the belt, find the halfway point, curve out, and then down towards the wrist. Now right here we're going to add the thumb. Draw a small half circle. At the end of the thumb, we'll draw a bracket. At the bottom of the thumb, curve down and up around the bracket. Step down, curve down and up the second finger. Now the third finger, we curve out and up. We're gonna pull this in behind the sleeve. I'm gonna try to keep a little overlap on the outside. Let's add in the rings along the cuff. Starting from the inside of the wrist, we're gonna curve down and then up towards the outside of the arm. Step up. Just gonna draw that same curve going across. Now we're gonna step up, curve down and up again, and we'll do that one more time. And then finally, right where the arm meets the body, we're gonna draw one more curve. Coming down and then back up towards the outside. And that's pretty much it. There we have it. There's Ronin for the Avengers Endgame. I hope you enjoyed today's lesson. Make sure you subscribe and send me your requests in the comments below. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you again soon.